Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Now today we're going to be swapping out the engine air filters for my BMW 760Li. Now there is in fact two engine air filters because it is a V engine, a V12 of course. There is two throttle bodies, one for each bank, and that means there is two engine air filter boxes. Now according to the service history, the engine air filters have not been changed for 5 or 6 years or so. So it is going to be very interesting to see what kind of condition the original are in. Now we're going to be swapping out the original air filters for some Bosch replacements today. Bosch, you can't really go wrong with them, to be honest. They genuinely do make good quality filters. Now without further ado, let's get outside and let's get cracking.
Okay then, so here we are. As you can see, we do have two engine air filter boxes, one here, one there. Now if I was just going to swap out the engine air filters, very easy to do so. All you need to do is release these clamps on the filter box, and this just pops out, and then you can slide the air filter out. Now obviously I am going to be swapping the air filters, but not only do I want to swap out the air filters, I also want to completely remove the air boxes themselves just to give them a good clean out. I want to remove these intake pipes as well, just so I can have a good look at the throttle bodies, make sure that they, you know, are not dirty or anything. If they are, give them a good clean out. But yeah, not only do I want to give the air boxes and this pipe and the throttle body a clean, I also kind of want to see what's beneath as well, make sure there's no, you know, build-up of leaves or anything, and if there is, I'll give that a good clean out. And another thing that I've noticed is down here, this is our headlight cover, and when I bought the car I actually found this in the boot, so I'm assuming this is the missing headlight cover. So we are going to be installing this at the same time as well. First thing I'm going to do then is just remove the two engine covers. So there is this one here in the middle, just held in by a bunch of dowels. There we are. And we have this one here. It should be held in by, again, some dowels or some clips. I believe they're all broken off, which is good. Next thing I'm going to do then is undo the clamps where these hoses clamp on to the throttle bodies. And now I can go ahead and disconnect the mass airflow sensors. There's one, there's two. And now, in theory, the top of the airbox should come off once I release these clips, of course. So I thought this was all going to come off together, but it appears that I have to release these clamps as well, where the intake pipe bolts onto the filter box. There we are then, that's one air filter box lid removed. And now on this one we actually have a separate hose on it. I believe this is for the secondary air pump, so we'll go ahead and remove that. Should just pop off. There we are, that's two air filter box lids removed. Let's take a first look at what the filters themselves look like. Oh, actually pretty clean. Well, they look clean, but then when you have a closer look, it is actually pretty filled up with dust and insects. So yeah, definitely needs replacing. And there's just a part number, no date, no manufacturer or anything on this, so I have no idea when this was last replaced. But if you have a look in the filter boxes themselves, this is exactly why I want to remove them. Look, just full of leaves. It's the other one, this one's actually worse. Let's try and get these pipes off the throttle bodies now. Ow, that was fun. There's one pipe removed. Oh, if you're wondering what this is as well, this extra bit on the pipe, this is like a silencer, just to make the intake noise quieter, essentially. yeah, if it was me, I would just have all this chopped off and maybe just have a silicone hose in, but yeah, I'm thinking I want to keep this original, to be honest. That one wasn't too bad. There's quite a bit of dirt in these intake pipes, which is not good. I will be giving these a good clean up. Here's a look at the throttle bodies themselves. Not too bad, to be honest. A little bit of oil build up is to be expected there. We'll be giving these a bit of a clean up before we put everything back. Now it's time to remove the rest of the filter boxes then. I think it's just held in by 2 Phillips screws. Or on this side, a Phillips screw and a Torx screw. Oh, God. Yeah, these are certainly very rusty, these screws. Now with any luck, this should just lift out. Oh, so we have a vacuum hose attached to the side of it. Just unclip that. Come on. There we go. That's one very dirty air filter box removed. I'm sure that's going to be just as easy to reinstall. So we actually have some kind of vacuum control inside of the filter box. Need to remember to plug this back in. And this is exactly why I remove the filter box. Like this dirt here, you would never ever get to that with the filter box being in place. Oh, this is going to get cleaned. And there is this side removed as well, and someone has definitely been in here before. So not only did they manage to lose this headlight cap, but they also done a screw delete on this, I guess. So it's just flopping around all over the place. But yeah, lots of leaves everywhere. We need to find a screw for this, and we need to reinstall the headlight cap because moisture will be getting in there, which is always good. First thing is first, let's start vacuuming just to get rid of all of the leaves. And now let's install the missing headlight cap. Goes this way, I believe. Okay, this is difficult to do even with the filter box out. I couldn't imagine doing it with the filter box in. Yep, seems good. So here is how we are now looking. So obviously we put the cap back on the rear of the headlight, managed to find another bolt for this, so this is now fully secured. I've just put some protection over the throttle bodies and this air hose as well. I'm now going to give everything a good thorough clean. Okay, so a little update then. Pretty pleased with how everything is looking in the engine bay now. Much better compared to what it was. I've gave the air filter boxes a real good clean out as well. They are spotless now. I've also gave both of the throttle bodies a good clean out as well. I've also gave both of the mass airflow sensors a good clean with some electrical contact cleaner as well. Just going to give these a good amount of time to dry while I start reassembling everything else. So we have the bottom of the air filter boxes now back in place. I'm going to reinstall the intake pipes. So it's time to drop our fresh new air filters in place now. And now we can reinstall our filter box lid with mass airflow sensor that has been cleaned. Okay, so managed to get the air filter box lid on. It's probably actually easier to do that before you connect the intake pipe up. Yeah, it's kind of quite tight under there while this is fixed in place. Now I just got to do the exact same on the other side. There we are then, that is this side now done as well. Also connected this pipe back on, and obviously the mass airflow sensor. All we need to do now is reinstall the two engine covers. And there we go then. That's pretty much job done. All I need to do now is fire it up, make sure we don't have any issues. I'm sure we won't. But yeah, let's fire this thing up and see how it sounds. If you're wondering what that loud noise was from this area on startup, it's actually the secondary air pump. It stays active for around 90 seconds or so, but obviously that is quieted down now, and as you can see, engine sounds sweet.
Okay then, so that is the engine air filters replaced on the BMW 760 Li. It's another job done, another thing ticked off the list. Now it's going to be interesting to see if I notice any difference, you know, when I take it out on the road, like if I notice any power increase or MPG increase. Now that goes for the past few jobs that I've done really, you know, with the fuel filters, and with the oil change and the transmission service and all that. Like, it'd be interesting to see if I really do notice any significant difference. But I'm just glad that the car has some nice new fresh air filters in. I really don't know what brand those original air filters were. They didn't have any markings on them, so there could just be some like cheap Chinese ones for all I know. They didn't look too bad. There was a little bit stopped up, but you know, it's good to know that we have some fresh Bosch air filters in there now, supplying the engine with some air. But yeah, I hope this video has been helpful. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Please remember to give this video a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you have not already done so, and I will see you all in that next one. Peace!